Okay, I already love the game for the soundtrack alone. Welcome to Suladan Plays Kungfu Cowboy. This was actually requested to play by Soyboy Games in the Discord server, and I'm gonna be honest, first impression is great. The game is on itch.io, by the way, there's a link in the description. I already love it just for the title screen and the intro music and all. I'm gonna hit tutorial. I should probably grab the controller, shouldn't I? I just put that away. Okay, controller. Yay, controller. Left stick to move. Oh, I already love the art style. Tap. Okay, L1 and L2 both do the jump, so I don't know. I do like that I have variable jump height because that is an outstanding and often underutilized factor in gaming. Oh, wall jumps and dashes. Why do I dash? Okay, I'm just dashing in that direction because... Okay, so the dash is in the direction of whatever direction you happen to be holding the left stick. If it was me, I would have made jump A just for, you know, basic standard platforming, and then either X or B for shooting. Because again, just, you know, standard platforming, because that's what I keep doing. I keep running up to this and hitting A trying to jump. But hey, that's just me. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Okay. Kung Fu dash. Why is it Kung Fu, you ask? I do not know! You can also dash diagonally. Right stick aim. Oh my goodness, there's headshots. Yeah, I'm not really good at precision aiming with twin stick controls. Brawler kill. That would be my first bit of feedback. Can I remap controls, actually? Oh, wait. I want to remap the controller controls. Not the, you know what? Okay, first bit of feedback would be let me remap the controller controls and let me make A the jump button. Using the L or R to jump just doesn't feel natural to me because of years of gaming using a certain control style. Just a simple remap ability would, you know, alleviate that. Otherwise, the controls are great. I would rather use A to jump. Or, what would the standard other button be? X. I want to use X, if we're on shape controls, the X button. If we're on letter controls, the A button. I would use that to jump and then circle /B to shoot. But that's just me. Also, not sure how I feel about... Ooh, I don't know why I keep... Okay, it's got a nice little sticky zone where it wants to hold at the 90-degree angles. Okay, that's damaging. And again, I tried to use A to jump. Oh, and B. What happened? What on dear happened? Windows firewall. You go over there. Okay. Because this game does have co-op, by the way. So I guess I finished the tutorial. And my bullets have a range limit. And he can shoot back. I take offense to that. Cow skull. Ooh. Oh, when they hit the edge of the screen, my bullets go through terrain, though. Slight problem there. Because that means I can just do this. Ah, his bullets go through terrain, too. I take offense to that. I would probably make the bullets not go through terrain. You know, that's just me, but that seems like a slightly problematic thing. I know that's probably a later development thing, but yeah, bullets not go through terrain. Letting me remap my jump key would also be a glorious thing. I don't know how I'm getting these headshots, because it sure ain't good for knowing what I'm doing. Okay. Anyway, why were you shooting yourself? I wasn't there. Oh dear. Press A or E. Pretty sure RPGs didn't exist during this time period. Shotgun. Mahjong launcher. Is that a Mahjong? Does that thing launch Mahjong tiles? I want it. I want the sniper, but Mahjong tile launcher. I love it. No, wait, what? How? Wait, how do I switch weapons? I don't want this. I wanted the Mahjong launcher. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work. I keep trying to jump with the B button and it's not helping. Oh, I see. Hey. There seems to be a slight skeleton. The bullets seem to curve slightly towards headshots if you're close enough. I don't know, I may be wrong, but... Not that I mind that in the slightest. It makes me feel very nice to hear all those little ding sounds. It's one of my favorite parts of Team Fortress 2, and one thing that I think TF2 did right was just that sound when you hit an enemy. That's like, boom! It just works really well. Okay, let's try this again. Let us try this again. I could fall off the left... very left bottom of the screen looks like I could fall off, which is amusing. Oh, okay. Yeah, they do. They curve. Because that bullet tried to curve up towards his head. That's neat. Makes the twin stick controls a little more forgiving. How dare you hit me? I've seen this level before, I think. Ba-ting! I like there's a nice bit of enemy variety, but I do feel like for a fuller game, you're eventually going to need a greater variety. But as far as things go now, it's very nicely done. Well, that worked. Let us move forward. That's funny. I don't know what this level is. Okay, now we're gonna go this way. Okay. Is he throwing? Oh, he's throwing a boomerang. Okay, I thought he was throwing a gun at me. I was going to have to make an enter the gungeon comment. But he is not. He is throwing a boomerang. How dare you hurt me? Wow. Oh, good. There's a slight mercy invincibility there. So apparently getting there the first time was just dumb luck. I have excellent dumb luck. I'll do great at something the first time and then never do well at it again. Like, I play a new character in a game, I'll do really well at them and decide that, ooh, I'm good at this character, and then never do good with them again. And just, why? I think it has to do with the way that maybe people take more risks when they don't know what they're doing, or maybe, I don't know, maybe there's more hesitation. I do not know. I just know I can't be the only person that experiences it. Triple headshot. Quadruple headshot. Quintuple headshot. Jump. Thank you so much for that mercy invincibility. Mercy invincibility, so if I fall off right after falling off, it doesn't, like, instantly just make me very sad. Damaged enemies and a circle can only headshot. What? What? The revolver, but it is golden. I have to. We must know what the Mahjong launcher does. Ow. Well, that went well. Oh, it does more damage, that's what. Unless you hit a headshot, in which case it no longer... Oh, never mind, it does. I don't know. I've seen it do... Maybe it does a random amount? I don't know. I saw it do 10, 20, and 30. I know the 30 was a headshot, but still. That one was a headshot that did 20. Oh, it cycles through multiple damage values. Fascinating. Not sure how I feel about that. Not sure how I feel about that either. Remapping the controls would make me so happy. Ow. Also, some of the level layouts don't make 100% sense. Like, what's the point in that spiky platform up there? There's no way I could ever... I guess I could, you know, multi-jump my way up there, but why would I? Therefore, how is it an obstacle? It's just a... I'm curious whether the level... Like, are all of these being manually designed levels, or is there some... Is the game trying to randomly generate its own levels? Some roguelikes do that by, you know, implementing a series of rules on the map generation that make the levels it creates have some sense to them. So I'm curious. Alas, I do not know, however. Okay, let's go forward. Also, the character animations and all is just excellent. Well, I wanted the sniper, but rainbows. Do I understand it? No. Do I want it? Yes. I almost hit the the not jump button again. I saw the rainbow bend. See, you can see where it bent to get that guaranteed headshot. It's more visible with the rainbow. It's still neat. It's not a bad mechanic at all. In the twin-stick shooter, it really does well to, you know, kind of give you a little mercy on your aiming when it comes to headshots. I don't even know what that guy was. Also, I like the rainbow gun. It's very nice. It's purty. It also does nice damage. And it hits multiple enemies, which is excellent. Dash King. Jump for joy. That's gonna get me killed. +3 doesn't mean much to me when I don't. Does that? You know, I don't know what the base number is. If your base jump height is 10, then that's a 30% jump height. If your base jump is 1, then that's a lot of jump. +3 damage would be nice. Plus 40% damage when airborne would be nice, given how much that I'm shooting when airborne. Let's just go with the simple one. Just occurred to me I could have bought 2 of those, but ah well. No, we're dealing with him for... Ow. Yeah, the dashing angles aren't... Okay, I'm guessing your dash is limited to 8 directions. And that's what I was doing wrong. I was trying to get a precise... Excuse me? Excuse me? I didn't ask for you nor your nonsense, and why is my rainbow thing hitting twice? I see a 37 and a 19. Oh dear goodness. Can I have a healing thing? I really don't want to lose my rainbow gun. It is my friend. Oh, yeah, I got healed. Oh. Alas, it was worth it to have more heart. No. No. Hey, how about no? How about no? Am I actually headshotting it? I don't even know. Oh, no. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Yay! Ow! I beat you, darn. You giant cow. Okay, so that is apparently the entire game in its current state. I'm fascinated by it. Love the rainbow gun. I don't know whether it's just I don't know whether it's overpowered, but I just love beams. I generally like beam weapons for their ability to penetrate, and there's just something nice about seeing your shot and then the trail it leaves. But yeah, this is a very fascinating game. My main critiques currently... first I should say, the sound design is great. The animations are fine. You've only got one background track, though, and it is playing a very clear loop. So while it's very nice sounding, it eventually becomes repetitive, and in my case, I honestly just tune it out and forget it's there. It's a very nice track, though, and I do hope that as development continues, I know the number of tracks you have, the sound effects, and etc. are things that will generally... Not what I meant to push, but it created silence, so we're going to go with it. The number of sounds and soundtracks you have will increase with time and development. So what you have is likely a, kind of a short, this is our demo, template, whatnot. I don't know. Anyway, I would recommend having longer soundtracks, more numerous soundtracks, and ones that are not so obviously owned. But it's very pretty for what you have. Sound effects are great. Otherwise, though, the characters' animations are very nice. The controls, they're both, there's good and bad. His movement is very tight and snappy. He goes where I want. He goes where I expect him to. I do think it would be nice if, like the variable jump height, I could... No, wait. Maybe I could. Let me try something real quick. Oh, look! Another soundtrack! Okay, I can control the dash length, so never mind. The fact that the dash is tied strictly to 8 directions is a little but to be honest, given how chaotic it could be otherwise, that may be for the best. My biggest thing with the controls would be, if you're going to let me use a controller, let me remap the controller buttons. You know, if that's possible. Because it goes against my muscle memory, and I died a lot trying to press A to jump, because, you know, all my other games, A is jump. You know, all the Marios and the Mega Mans and the Metroids and, you know, what have you. A is generally your jump in platforming games. I would also, you know, want to remap my fire button. But hey, just the ability to remap keys is an excellent thing. And, you know, since I'm on a controller, it's, you know, not letting me do that. I've noticed a number of games that do that. They'll let you remap as long as you use the keyboard, but heaven help you if you're using a controller. But the game is awesome. Seems to be a wide variety of weapons. The enemy and level layout is kind of limited, but I am assuming that this is somewhat of a demo in that regard. Let us see. This is an early build and is not representative of the final game. Yes, exactly. Okay, so I'm assuming that your number of soundtracks and sound effects will expand as development goes, so I'm not focusing on them as much. What you do have, like I said, sounds great. The enemy sound effects, the enemy movements, the bullet sound effects, your overall, you know, sound effects are great. Your soundtrack is very nice, but I would like to see more variety and, you know, longer tracks that don't sound like they're looping back on each other, on themselves as much. But again, because this is an early build and not representative, I'm not, you know, not criticizing that. I know, especially in the case of early design, there's a lot of placeholders that have to be done for the sake of getting a prototype or a template or a this is what we're aiming for idea and concept before sinking so much time and resources into the development of a wider array of those things. The weapon variety is nice. They feel snappy. The shots control well. I have mixed... sorry, I keep doing that. My cushion that I'm sitting on keeps moving. I have mixed feelings about the aiming. I love the twin-stick shooter idea, and I think it's doing well. Actually, now I kind of want to... I'm going to load back into it. I want to see how I want to see if it lets me aim with the mouse. Because if it does, I've seen games that go with the twin-stick shooter design that the mouse and keyboard controls end up working better for that reason. Let me try this. Okay, yeah. See, had I done this, it would have controlled so much better because you have more precise. I can do more precision aiming. Same thing with Enter the Gungeon. I found that the mouse and keyboard control gave me greater fidelity for aiming. I would recommend getting you a mouse a cursor for the game that looks like a little set of crosshairs or something, because just the basic Windows mouse cursor is slightly less immersive. But see, now my dashes and all go exactly where I want them. Now, I'm still not perfect at it, but, you know. Now the headshots I'm getting are more to do with me positioning my mouse. I like the fact that it does try to give you some mercy aim, and that may... Ooh, now I want to test that theory. Was it doing it because I was on a controller? I need an enemy that's going to hold still and let me try to shoot near them. Yeah, I think it was strictly for controller mode, so that may be a mercy mechanic for controllers that doesn't happen on keyboard. So that's an interesting thing, and that does cover one of my my base thoughts on the mercy aiming and the twin stick, with the controller, you end up giving up some of your accuracy, but the game is then returning some of your accuracy by trying to help with your shots. On the other hand, with the mouse and keyboard, I have greater accuracy, so it's then taking away that crutch and not giving me that aid. So that's a nice give and take and a nice way to allow both control styles with their pros and cons and whatnot. I still would recommend letting me remap the the jump and shoot buttons, because these are more standard jump and shoot buttons. And the ability to remap means that everybody gets whatever buttons they would rather use. Maybe somebody out there that likes using the shoulder buttons for that. I don't know. It's just my thought. But the gameplay is nice. The controls are nice. I like that the gamepad and keyboard controls both work really well and have their own little innate quirks to make them more balanced with one another. I like the weapon variety. I like the level design. I like the enemies. I do hope that your level... let me think of how to put this. If the system is generating levels on its own, and these are computer-generated levels, you need more rules to ensure that the levels make sense, because some of the hazards are out of the way where they're not a threat, like the big spiky thing up near the top with a cow head floating around. Well, I can't get up there anyway, and I don't need to go up there, so how is it a threat to me? There's just a big metal sun in the sky with a cow orbiting it. Maybe that's the intention. I don't know. If you're manually making these levels, I'm going to have to question a little bit of, again, strange placement for things. As the game develops, I assume we'll have greater level diversity, more biomes, maybe some slopes and less squarish terrain. But again, the game in its current state is quite... I know I keep looping back on this. Sorry, I need to make outlines or something. The game in its current state is very fun. The sound effects are great. The background music needs more variety, but what you have is nice aside from a little bit of looping. The enemies are varied and interesting. I would like to see more, enemy types, of course, but as the game grows, that will happen naturally to fit the areas. The boss was interesting, although I did feel like it was slightly predictable enough that it was quite easy to dodge most of its stuff. It had 2 attacks, so once you figure out how to dodge one of them, and then the other one's a beam. Well, 3 attacks, because the beam's from the water, the beam's spinning, and then the cow heads. The controls are nice. I like that when you use a controller, it has that little bit of auto-aim to try to help you headshot stuff. And I like that it's not there on the mouse and keyboard, so you can, have the best of both. The character and his animations are nice. I'm curious to learn more about this world and what's going on. And, I love the story and lore and all that sorts of stuff, so I naturally am drawn to that sort of stuff. In the game's description, it says, play as Appa, a kung fu master and notorious cowboy who loves to drink but must dash his way through the treacherous desert and fight against foes in order to get to the saloon on the other side. So the game description does say they're randomly generated levels. That's my bad. I should have seen that. I should have read. I didn't read all the things. But yeah, randomly generated levels and permadeath challenge you to get better, which is somewhat standard for the roguelike genre. I would recommend that if you're going into the roguelike, and this is just a personal preference thing, but my favorites are the ones where you can get some permanent upgrades that carry through. Like, say Atomic Crops has the cornucopias, Enter the Gungeon has the I can't pronounce that word. Hegemony, the green credit things that you find and then spend in the shop to unlock more weapons that can then show up in the shops and games, or those little things that make you feel, even though each run is permadeath, that you're still growing and getting more towards it. And it also allows you to have a wider variety of weapons while allowing the player to not have to deal with them all at first and other things. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm curious how it would go in co-op mode, because it does have a 4-player co-op. I'm not 100%. Yeah, it's online co-op because it brought up the Windows firewall thing. So yeah. But yeah, very interesting. Very interesting concept. Also some comments in the background of the game's picture. But overall, I highly recommend it. It looks interesting. I'm going to be, curiously following its development and seeing how things go. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for recommending the game to me, Soyboy Games. And I'm going to go ahead and pause here. See you next time, or on the next game, or whatever happens. Bye!